You know, when you think about Amazon today, you probably see this unstoppable global giant. But what if I told you that its entire playbook, its blueprint for taking over the world, was hiding in plain sight decades ago? It was all right there, in a series of shareholder letters most people have never even read. Today, we're going to deconstruct that foundational playbook, straight from Jeff Bezos' earliest letters. And it all starts right here. This one sentence from his very first letter back in 1997. It's day one. And look, this isn't just some catchy slogan he came up with. It's a deep-seated mindset. And honestly, it's the key that unlocks literally everything else about how Amazon thinks and operates. So to really get Amazon, you've got to get inside this day one mindset. And no, it has nothing to do with Monday. It's a whole philosophy, right? It's about treating every single day like you're starting a brand new company, a brand new journey. So what is it? Well, day one is a conscious choice to reject getting comfortable. It's about deciding to stay nimble, to stay hungry, and to keep inventing just like a tiny startup, even when you're one of the biggest companies on the planet. It's this constant, relentless fight against becoming irrelevant. Okay, so this day one thing, it fuels the next big idea in the Amazon playbook, this relentless, almost fanatical focus on the long term. See, Bezos wasn't trying to build a company he could flip for a quick profit. He was building an institution, something that would last. He was building for ownership, not just renting a spot at the top. And he put this right there in black and white in that very first 1997 letter. I mean, he was basically telling Wall Street straight up, hey, don't expect us to chase your quarterly profit targets. We're chasing something way bigger, long-term market leadership. And if you're not on board with that, maybe we're not the company for you. I mean, that's a bold, bold move right out of the gate. And boy, was that long-term commitment tested. I mean, really tested. Picture this. It's the year 2000. The dot-com bubble has just burst in the most spectacular way possible. The market is in a total panic, and Amazon stock gets absolutely demolished. This is the moment when most leaders would just freak out and change everything. But, and this is the crucial part, while the stock market was just in total freefall screaming sell, the actual business, the real Amazon, was getting stronger. Customers were flocking in, sales were growing, and they were happier than ever. You see, this was the long game playing out right in front of them, even if the market was too panicked to notice. Bezos explained this whole situation by quoting his hero, the famous investor Benjamin Graham. In the short term, the market is just a popularity contest, right? It's voting based on hype and fear. But Amazon was busy building a heavier company, one with real substance, real customers, real value, knowing that eventually the weighing machine of the market would have to recognize its true weight. But, this long-term vision wasn't just about the money or the stock price. It was driven by something way deeper, an obsession that Bezos said should make you wake up terrified every single morning. And it wasn't about being scared of the competition, not at all. And this is such a critical shift in thinking. Think about it. Most companies, they're obsessed with what their rivals are doing. Amazon, they chose to be obsessed with their customers. And the logic is kind of profound. Your competitors don't give you their money. Your customers do. And their loyalty, it's not guaranteed. You have to earn it fresh every single day. So you might be asking, okay, sounds good, but did it actually work? Well, the numbers really do speak for themselves. At the end of 1997, when Bezos wrote that first letter, Amazon had about 1.5 million customers. Fast forward just 2 years, and that number just explodes to nearly 17 million. That's more than a 10-fold jump. Now, that's not just luck, right? That is the direct result of obsessing over every little detail of the customer experience. The flywheel was really starting to spin. Okay, but to fuel all this insane growth and this customer obsession, Amazon had to keep score in a totally different way. While everybody else was looking at profits and earnings reports, Bezos was laser-focused on a completely different metric. So in his 2004 letter, he asks this super simple but really profound question. And it seems obvious, doesn't it? If your earnings are going up, your business must be doing great. Well, Bezos showed that's not always true. He breaks it down with this simple analogy. Let's call it a transportation machine. Now look at that top line, the earnings. It's doubling every single year. On paper, this thing looks amazing, right? A total home run. But then you look at that bottom line, the free cash flow. This business is actually a cash incinerator. It's burning through more and more money just to get that growth. And here's the lesson, the big takeaway from all this. What looks like profit on a piece of paper is not the same thing as actual cash in the bank. Because cash is the oxygen a business breathes. It's what you need to survive, to invest, to lower prices. And that's why Amazon cared so much about generating real cash, not just pretty-looking profits. And again, this wasn't some new idea he just came up with. He was saying this from the very beginning. Right in that 1997 letter, he was telling everyone, we are willing to look unprofitable to you if it means we're building a machine that's going to generate massive amounts of cash down the road. So, okay, we've got day one, we've got long-term thinking, we've got customer obsession, and this focus on cash flow. How does this all fit together? Well, when you combine them, they create this beautiful, powerful engine for growth. And here it is, the Amazon flywheel. It all starts with lowering prices to make customers happy. That attracts more customers, naturally. More customers mean more sales, which also attracts other sellers to the platform, giving customers even more selection. All of this gives Amazon huge scale, which lets them lower their costs. And what do they do with those savings? They lower prices again. And the whole wheel just spins faster and faster, creating its own unstoppable momentum. And really, this whole playbook, this entire philosophy, it all comes down to one simple belief, and it's captured perfectly right here in this logo. That smile isn't just a clever bit of branding, it's the whole idea in one simple curve. If you make customers happy, you will, in the long run, create the most value for shareholders. They're not fighting each other, they're two sides of the same coin. So I want to leave you with this one last quote from the 1999 letter. Think about this. Even when the company was growing like crazy at this dizzying pace, Bezos truly believed they were just getting started. This quote is the day one mindset in a nutshell. It's that perfect reminder that no matter how successful you are or how good things seem, there is always room to invent and to make things better through the customer. Because it's always, always day one.